what if you have two inequalities? Then how do we solve it? Because you are going to get a particular region, not like an open region. It can be open, it can be closed also. Alright, so let's start with the first one. Let's start with the last type of problems where we are going to solve two types of linear inequalities. And basically you'll have two linear inequalities and you're going to find the region which is common for them based on the given condition, of course. See the questions. 2x minus y greater than 1, x minus 2y less than minus 1. So first and foremost, what you need to do is you have to calculate what is the region for it. Remember how we used to draw the line? Same thing. So in the first case, you have 2x minus y is equal to 1, or y is equal to 2x minus 1. This is the first one. If you take x and y, plot it. So suppose if I take x value as 0, then y is minus 1. Suppose if I take x value as 1, 2 minus 1 is 1. You have one of the lines. Let it be. The second equation, what you have is x minus 2y is equal to minus 1, or you have 2y is equal to x plus 1, y is equal to half of x plus 1. Again, take x, y. I'll start by taking x value as minus 1. You'll get y as 0. Then say x is equal to 3. Then 4 by 2 is equal to 2. Again, you got one particular value. Now let's plot these two lines. Alright. So when we are plotting, remember the first one, 0, minus 1. 0, minus 1. So here, let's start. 0, minus 1 is going to be a point on the y-axis. And then 1, 1. 1, 1 is something like this. 1, 1, the line. Yeah, the line is going to go like this. So here you are going to have dot. So it's going to be a dotted line. This is the first one. And here we are looking at this value is greater than 1. So something which is on the right side. Anyway, we'll come to that. Now for the next one, minus 1, 0. So we are looking at a point on the x-axis. We are looking at a point on the x-axis, minus 1, 0. And the next one is 3, 2. So here this is minus 1, 0. And this point is 3, 2. So again, this is what we are looking at. Correct? So these are the two lines. The first one and the second one, two lines. Now, see the shaded region we are looking at it. So for the first one, it's greater than minus 1. That's basically this area. Correct? And for the next one, it's less than minus 1. It's less than. So if it's less than, so it's going to be like this. See the area where you have intersection. So the intersection part. So guys, what we are looking at is we are looking at this. This is the intersection part. Correct? So this intersection part is going to give you the common area. So the answer is going to be this. The intersection part what we are looking at, that's going to be the answer for the given question. Okay. Now anyway, I'm just showing it to you this way. But remember, the presentation has to be very neat and very clean. Okay. So what you do, use your pencil properly and then you have to shade it accordingly. Okay. Now this is the answer for the first question. Let's do the second question now. Let's look at the next one. See the question. X plus y is equal to 6. Y is equal to 6 minus x. Again, take x and y, make a table. So we can start by taking x value as say 2. So if x value is 2, then y value becomes 4. Let's take x value as maybe 3. Then 6 minus 3 becomes 3. Fair enough? Now the second equation is what? X plus y is equal to 4. Y is equal to 4 minus x. Again, x and y, make a table. Suppose if x value is 0, y value is 4. The next one, say x value is 2, then this value becomes 2. Correct? So two things we have. Let's plot it here. So in the first case, you have when x is 2, y is 4. Correct? So when x is 2, y is 4. So we got this point. The next one, when x is 3, y is 3. When x is 3, y is 3, it's going to be a line like this. The line, so it's a slack inequality. So I think it's good enough to go like this. This is going to be the first one. The next one is when x is 0, y is 4. So again, when x is 0, y is 4. Then when x is 2, y is 2. When x is 2, y is 2. Okay, now look at this one. So what we are looking at is that x plus y less than or equal to 6. Correct? So for the first one it's lesser than, and for the next one it's greater than. That means we are going to get a region which is in between. See this region? This region. What we are looking at, this is going to be the value. Because think about it, we are looking at a region where it is lesser than this. We are looking at a region which is lesser, so it's going to be this way. Correct? And for the blue one, we are looking at, it's going to be this way. Isn't it? So in between region is what is the given answer for the question. Fair enough? Look at the third one. So we start by taking x minus 2y is equal to 3. So you are going to get 2y is equal to x minus 3. Y is half of x minus 3. Take x, take y. Now you can start by taking x value as 1. See, if x is 1, the y value is going to become minus 1 because minus 2 by 2. Now I'll take x value as 3. This is going to be 0. First equation is done. Second equation, you have 3x plus 4y is equal to 12. 3x plus 4y is equal to 12. So 4y is 12 minus 3x. So y is 1/4 of, again take 3 common, 3 into 4 minus x. Correct? Now here again take x, take y, make a table. I'll start, take x as 4, y value becomes 0. Okay, then if you take x as 0, then you will have 3 by 4 of 4, which is basically 3. Now you have other two things. X is greater than or equal to 0. See, that's nothing but the y-axis. X is equal to 0 is what? Y-axis. The another one is y is greater than or equal to 1, which is y is equal to 1. Basically y is equal to 1. So you can take x is equal to 0, y is equal to 1. These are, so basically 4 equations here. So 4 lines you will get. Now for the first one, let's start from the first one. When x is 1, y is minus 1. So when x is 1, y is minus 1. So this is the first point. Next one is when x is 3, y is 0. When x is 3, y is 0. This is the first equation or the first line. Alright. The next one is 3x plus 4y. So that means when x is 4, y is 0. When x is 4, y is 0. So this is the first point. When x is 0, y is 3. So you have the next line which is going to be like this. This is the next one. Alright. Okay. Now the next point is what? X is equal to 0, which is basically the y-axis. So we can start by taking the next one, y-axis, and y is equal to 1. Correct. Y is equal to 1. So now we are going to look at a line which is parallel to the x-axis. This is the first one. This is nothing but y is equal to 1. Then you have one more which is the y-axis, correct? Now let's look at the region where it has to be shaded. See the first one, x minus 2y is less than 3, correct? If it is less than 3, guys, think about it. Less than 3 is where we are moving towards the origin, correct? So we are looking at a region, something which is like this. This is the one. Okay, next is 3x plus 4y is greater than or equal to 12. We are looking at a region, something like this. Next, x is greater than or equal to 0, this region. Greater than 1. Greater than 1 is this region. Okay, so the region what we are looking at is going to be, see the intersection point where it is. See the intersection point. So this is the region. Correct. See where everything intersects. So everything intersects in this region. Correct. See, this is the region what we are looking at. So this region is where you have all the intersections. So what we are looking at is an infinite region, not a finite, infinite region. Okay. So the answer for this question is basically this region. Clear? So this is the answer for the third question. Now we'll do the next one, the fourth question. We'll see what is the answer for that one. See the fourth one. You have x plus 2y is equal to 10. 2y is equal to 10 minus x. Y is equal to half of 10 minus x. Let's take the value. You have x and y. Now I can start by taking x value as 0, then 10 by 2 is 5. Fair enough. Next I'll take x value as say 4. 10 minus 4 is 6. 6 by 2 is 3. Fair enough. So first equation is done. The next one, x plus y is equal to 1. Y is 1 minus x. Guys, this is a very simple one. You have x and y. I'll take x as 0, then y is 1. I'll take x value as say minus 4 or something. So 1 plus 4 becomes 5. Let's take bigger values. Look at the third one. X minus y is equal to 0. Basically, it's like saying x is equal to y. It's a 45-degree line passing through origin. Because when x is 1, y is 1. X is 2, y is 2. It's a 45-degree. The other two lines are what? X is equal to 0, y is equal to 0. Which basically gives us the relation that it is x and y axis. Okay. Let's plot these lines now. For the first one, when x is 0, y is 3. So you have when x is 0, y is 5. Next, when x is 4, y is 3. Y is 3. So the line is going to go like this. This is the first line. The next line is what? When x is 0, y is 1. When x is 0, y is 1. Next, when x is minus 4, y is 5. When x is minus 4, this is going to be the line. The next one is what? X is equal to y. So you have x is equal to y. It's a 45-degree line. So from 0, 0 to any point which is like this. See, I told you it's a 45-degree line. It's a 45-degree line. Next, it's above the x-axis, above the y-axis, correct? Okay, now let's look into the region. Very carefully, we'll look into the region. Okay, so now what we are looking at, first one, it's lesser than this one. So it's going to be like this. Next one, it's greater than this. Next, it's greater than y-axis and x-axis. Oh, the next one, it's lesser than this origin part. So lesser in the sense, it's going to be like this. Correct? Then, it's more than the y-axis and x-axis. It's going to be like this. And it's going to be like this. Correct? Now, look at the region, what we are looking at. So, the region is going to be this. Only this much. See that small triangular region? Only that much. In the sense, what we are looking at is from this point, this region. Okay, so let's be a little more clearer on this one. See this region, what you are looking at? This is the region what we are looking at. Okay, so this region gives you the answer for the given question, because that region satisfies all the condition. It is less than the first equation, greater than the second equation. It's also less than the third equation and greater than x and y axis. So that small region what we are looking at, that gives you the region. Now see, you have done a lot of graph problems. Correct? Now this is going to use, you are going to use this one in the next year. There is a chapter called as linear programming. So in that LPP, linear programming chapter, see the fourth question and third question, you're going to have problems like that. Okay. So this is the last part of the linear inequality. Clear? Now whatever you have learned in the linear inequality chapter, just to summarize and recap what it is, you basically started off with what is linear inequality, and then you started off with how it can be interpreted. Correct? You have the numeric number line, and you also have slack and strict inequality, and finally you start with the presentation of this in the xy plane. With one equation you have a region, with two equations you have region where you have the intersection which is going to satisfy all the conditions. Correct? So this is going to summarize the chapter linear inequalities.